What's up everyone, Friend Nielsen here. This video is going to be a video on how you can run Windows, Chrome OS, or Linux inside of Mac OS X. It is actually a pretty big deal as many applications only run on Windows, and I found it to be sometimes kind of hard to find an equivalent for a Mac. Therefore, why not run Windows in your Mac? And so instead of actually installing it, so you have to choose what partition you want to go into every time you launch your Mac. You can just run it inside of of OS X itself. So this program is called VMware Fusion. I'll show you the website here. It does cost money, but it is totally worth it. So you have a 30-day free trial to see how it is, and you can buy. I'll send you a link to this in the description. Now it is very simple, and now I'm going to show you how the whole thing works. So as you can see here, it says VMware Fusion 3, the best way to run Windows on your Mac. It says up here, run Windows and Chrome OS on Mac for desktop virtualization. So it does run pretty much the same thing. It is exactly the same as as it is if it was running on its own drive. You just go into full screen mode and it's exactly the same speed, all that. Now it does slow down your Mac partition a bit, so it is kind of bad in that way. So let's start off. So let's get started. This is when you've installed VMware Fusion. Here you can download a trial virtual machine or install Windows or another operating system in a new virtual machine. Now here you might need a disk. So I'll insert my Windows 7 disk right now, and let's see how this goes. Or let's see how it works, right? I've already done this once and it actually was pretty simple. You just have to know what everything is, and that may be difficult for people who are not experienced with computers a lot, or very experienced with computers. So right now it's initializing, it's checking for the disk right now, and here it said something. Okay, let's just wait for a second and we'll see how this goes. So I'll pause and we'll get back to this in a second. So here it is. It found the Windows disk. It says here, install this operating system, install a different operating system. We'll install this, and it is Windows 7. So let's click continue. Here we have our account name. I'll just say Frederick Nielsen, as that is my name. We will not put in a password. I'm not too sure about that. We'll put in the Windows key later on because, well, I don't really want to show it in the video. So continue without key. And here you have a choice of seamless or isolated. So you have a window like that, or you have seamless so it actually looks like you're in Windows itself. So I always like more seamless. This will share Mac's document and application with Windows. Files on your Mac that Windows supports will open in Windows. Windows can modify your Mac's documents to install and regularly update Windows antivirus software. So you will need antivirus software for this one. This will not share Mac's documents, and to copy files between your Mac and Windows, you drag and drop. Actually, sorry, this is the one I like. I like them separately. I don't want them to get mixed up. So next here we have customized settings. We have what we want. Okay, so it says here the configuration of the virtual machine is now complete. The next step is install Microsoft Windows. Guest operating system Windows 7. Memory, 1 GB of RAM. That is, when you launch a program, it takes a certain amount of memory for it to run, and 1 GB is actually the limit, and that is very low these days. On even small laptops now, even netbooks, they run 2 GB sometimes, or often now. So it may not be the smartest thing of all time. But let's. Well, I know. I like to change that 1 GB. So let's see if we actually can. I did not do that the last time. New virtual machine, save, and now it's actually loading already. And I don't think we can change that 1 GB of RAM. So that's actually pretty bad. But let's start the operating system here. Start up. Click the plus. Zoom out a bit. And center the whole thing. Let's press the big play button here, and it is starting. So it just looks like you're really installing Windows on a computer, although it is inside of a window, and you can actually still launch applications like, for example, iTunes while still here. So I'll get back to you, and we'll see how this works out. And well, it's as far as I've tried, it's very simple to do and very easy. So I'll see you guys in a second when something else or something more interesting actually happens, and we don't just have to wait. Let's see if actually it does happen right now, so we don't need to pause directly. Okay, so it's starting Windows already. We don't need to go through that. The installation process is a lot faster. I don't know if it's the iMac or if it's generally faster on inside of VMware, but I think it's VMware that makes it faster, as it does not partition or run inside of the whole partition, which is the hard drive. I'll get back to you in a second. I'll quickly just pause the video, and well, I'll get back to you guys when it has loaded a little more, and it already has apparently. I think this is just the installation process. So it seems setup is starting. It actually is a setup already. I'll just pause it anyway and get back when something else happens. So at least in what happened here is, as I have the 32-bit version, I can choose, and I have the Ultimate, then I can choose whether I want Ultimate, Professional, Home Premium, Home Basic, and Starter, which is for netbooks, I believe, and Ultimate is of course all the functions. So let's go on Next, and now the installation process has begun, so that's pretty much the waiting part, and as I said earlier, it's not going to take very long. Or, well, it's going to take a while, but not nearly as long as it does on a PC or, well, on a real drive. You see, that actually went quick, but I think that always goes quick. I'm not sure. I don't remember that well. It's been a long time since I've installed this. So, I'll see you in a second. I'll just pause this once again. Sorry for that. Sorry for pausing all the time. So it has just finished installing, and it is now on my desktop, and it is installing the VMware Fusion tools. This makes sure that you have drivers so that your keyboard can work, and that your mouse will work, all your buttons will work, everything that works on your Mac works as well. So internet and all that, and sound and microphone and all that stuff. So that's what it's pretty much doing right now. And now it just asks for the network. It automatically recognized the network I've set on my Mac. So that's actually pretty nice. I'll just say home network, and that's actually pretty much it. Now you just need to install the updates, reinstall, and then you can go on the internet, download stuff, and well, you already can now, but currently it is it's in it doesn't work with IRO yet. It needs to reinstall. There it goes, and it's currently reinstalling. And when it's done, IRO will work. It's going to be transparent. It's going to be faster and all that. But you have to remember, VMware doesn't make sure that your computer's all fast. It's just for one simple program or one or two simple programs that only work in Windows. So for compatibility methods. So for me, in the beginning, I wanted to have a full desktop on there, like I had on my my PCs. But unfortunately, I could not do that. So because it just slowed down. So that was pretty bad. But if you have a few softwares, like for example, I have no idea. If you really like software, like I don't know, FileZilla, and you have the seamless thing so that it works on both Mac and Windows, then you can use that as your FTP client for your website. But I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it. Yeah, this video is pretty much done. Now we'll just adjust some stuff. Alright, so as you can see, Arrow is currently not running. I'm going to do a full screen now. And it looks pretty nice. The screen resolution automatically adjusted. Now these two mice or cursors need to combine, which is done now. So let's go on Control Panel. I really do not like this when it's not transparent. I love the IRO, or I love IRO, which is why I'm now going to change my theme to IRO. Here we have Windows 7 Basic, and I want Windows 7. So it's currently initializing, and It's done in just a second. And here we are. Everything is transparent. The screen resolution is good. Another thing I noticed is when I set my screen resolution to maximum on here, set my screen resolution to something completely wild. So everything was just so incredibly small. That was because I know I got my iMac wrong. See, this is the resolution, but the maximum here is 2560 by 1920. And now you're going to see how small that whole thing looks. So the mouse is small, and it's really hard to just see anything. So let's go and revert, and let's go back to the iMac's native resolution. And it looks very well. We can now go online, get the software we want, but as you can see, this is not very fast because of the 1 GB of RAM. So that is pretty much it for installing VMware Fusion. If you want to remove a it's called virtual machine, you need to, let's go out of full screen. How to do that? I want to go get out of here. Okay, here, minus maybe, and now we can either pause. This is going to suspend it so that the next time we open it, it's going to launch from where we were just a second ago, say in virtual machine state. So next time we launch it, we're right there, and you don't need to shut down all that stuff. It just saves your session. See, it's paused, pretty much like a YouTube video. So let's go back here, and you can just click delete. This window pretty much pops up every time you launch it. So that's pretty much it for VMware Fusion. VMware Fusion. I hope you learned something from this video, and I hope you're going to try VMware Fusion. It is an awesome software. It can be used for a lot. You can also install Chrome OS, Linux, the Linux family such as Ubuntu and others, and Windows XP and Windows Vista you can install either. I just not recommend Vista. So thank you very much for watching this video. This is Evan Compel. Please comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/FredNielsen, and check out how to make money online and lots of free cash.tk. All links are going to be in the description. And thank you very much for watching once again, and I am out.